Hi, Kay here with today's CCRN question of the day. So today you are caring for a patient with a temporary transvenous pacemaker. You notice that the pacemaker is sensing the patient's T waves in addition to the QRS complexes. So literally, you notice that the monitor is double counting, right? So you have this heart rate, say that's 160, when actually your patient's heart rate is more like 80. So you would intervene by, well, step one, as you know, is to identify what kind of pacemaker malfunction we're dealing with here. And the pacemaker malfunction is a sensitivity issue, right? Because it's double counting the QRSs and the T waves. So we know that we want to do that. And we know that we want to make the pacemaker less sensitive. So that's what we're after, right? Because it is sensing, it's like way over sensing too much. So we want to decrease the pacemaker's sensitivity. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. And that is that when we decrease the sensitivity, we are basically wanting to increase the sensitivity value. Now that sounds weird, doesn't it? You want to make the pacemaker less sensitive, and so you increase the sensitivity or millivolt value. Well, let's think about this for a second. I like to use, like most educators like to use, the fence type of analogy. Let's say you are living next to a neighbor that you get along with very well. So you maybe party together, you talk over the fence, you have a fence in between you, you talk over the fence, you really like this neighbor. So you want to make the fence low in order to increase your sensitivity to what's happening next door. So your fence is going to be lower so you can see more about what's going on next door and be able to communicate with your neighbors the best. So we are going to bring down the fence and let the fence stand for the value that actually you are programming into the pacemaker. So we're going to decrease the value, the sensitivity value, in order to increase our sensitivity about what's going on next door. Does that make sense? We're going to have a lower fence, and the lower fence represents the sensitivity value. But then let's just say that you have a neighbor that you don't particularly get along with, and maybe you want a big high fence so that you don't have to even see what's going on next door. You want your privacy. Well, now you're going to build a higher fence. Once again, let that fence represent the pacemaker setting for sensitivity. So you want to increase the value on your pacemaker in order to decrease the sensitivity of what's going on next door. And so the answer here is we want to increase the value on the pacemaker. We're going to increase the numerical value on the pacemaker in order to decrease the pacemaker's sensitivity so it will stop double counting. And that is our answer for today's question. I hope you enjoyed this question today. Please head over to my website and check out all the courses that I have to offer. My website is khoppypresents.com, and I will see you tomorrow with tomorrow's question. Bye-bye.